Hi, and welcome back to another video. In this video, you will learn how to build the Metasploitable3 Linux virtual machine. The process is quite similar to our previous video where we had built the Metasploitable3 Windows virtual machine. To get started, let's open the command prompt, like so. And prior to this video, I've prepared a list of configurations or commands that we need to apply within our command prompt to actually download the Metasploitable3 Linux virtual machine and to build it. To get started, let's copy and paste the first command like so. And we had done this command in our previous exercise, but we're just doing this once more just to make sure we have all of our plugins and everything is available to us. Great. I'll copy and paste the second command like so. Excellent. Then I'll paste this third command like so. I'll select option 1 for VirtualBox. And this will take a few moments to download the actual virtual machine environment before we start to build it. Excellent. So the actual download is now complete. And if you guys remember in the previous video, during our setup, there was a particular file that was created, which is called a Vagrant file. We actually need to delete that file before we actually build our new virtual machine. So I'm going to use the command del to delete that file. And did we find this file? So one thing I forgot was actually change the directory. So we need to do cd.vagrant like so .d/boxes. Great. I'll press up. Going to use the command delete Vagrant file, and now the file is deleted. Great. Next, if I type dir, we can see our new downloaded directory, which is this one. We're going to rename it as similar to what we did in our previous video. So therefore, I'm going to copy this command that will allow us to rename this directory using this name. Going to enter, and once everything's successful, I will get a new prompt. Then I'm going to use the Vagrant init command followed by the name of the new directory like so. Great. Now that a new file is created, we need to do something a little different. Now that the file is created, we need to do something a little different before we actually build a virtual machine. Let's go into File Explorer. We'll go into our C drive, users, select your user account. In my case, it's actually my name, like so. Then in the .vagrant.d subfolder, then we look for boxes, like so. We'll select the Metasploitable3-UB1404 subfolder. We'll go into this folder here that ends with the word weekly. We'll go into VirtualBox. And inside here, we actually have a particular file which is called box. What we need to do is right click on that file, select open with, and select VirtualBox Manager like so. What this will allow us to do is to import this virtual machine into VirtualBox. Therefore, we can click on settings. We could leave the settings as default, or we could randomize the MAC addresses. I think we should. So let's say generate new MAC addresses for all network adapters and click on finish. Here you can see the actual appliances being imported within VirtualBox Manager. Great. So the import is now completed. Let's select this virtual machine. Let's click on settings. Here, let's click on network. We need to adjust the network adapter because this virtual machine is actually connected to the hidden net. If the hidden net is not automatically selected, you could use a drop-down menu and select it. If not, you could type it in manually. Last but not least, set the promiscuous mode to allow VMs or allow all. I'm going to click on OK, like so. Once you start this virtual machine, you'll be able to log into it using the command line or the console. However, the default username and password is Vagrant. So now we have a login window. I'm going to enter the username as Vagrant and password as Vagrant. And if I type the IP address command, you can see that my interface, which is interface 2 for ET80, the init IP address is 10.11.12.20/24, which actually belongs to the actual hidden network. So I'm going to shut down this virtual machine by typing halt. Great. Once the machine is halted, you can simply click on machine like so, and you could shut down this virtual machine as is. If it does not power off, you can simply click on the close button and set this option to power off the virtual machine. Last but not least, let's create a snapshot. I'm going to call this fresh installation, or you can call it clean installation or something of your preference. Great. So now we have our two vulnerable machines set up and working fine. And both of these are both flavors of Metasploitable3, the Windows 2K version and the Ubuntu 14.04 server. I hope this video has been informative for you and thank you for viewing.